راهنمایی کارکنان آتش‌نشانی تورنتو و اتحادیه آتش‌نشانان تورنتو که در همبستگی با آتش‌نشانان جان باخته در ایران به این حرکت پیوستن و با چند ثانیه خواهیم داشت. از اون میخوام که حتما ازشون استقبال بکنیم. تشکرشون کنیم که روز یکشنبه وقت گذاشتن و در این حرکت شرکت میکنن. خیلی متشکرم. ما استقبال برادرم. We welcome the firefighters of Toronto, interim fire chief, as well as members of Toronto Professional Firefighters Association Local 3888. Welcome. We are proud to have you with us today in this event in commemoration of the fallen firefighters of Toronto. Thank you so much for being with us. Hello again. I would like to welcome the firefighters of Toronto for their solidarity with fallen firefighters of Tehran. It's great to have you with us in this event, and I would like to also welcome Frank Ramango, President of Toronto Professional Firefighters Association, Local 3888. Thank you very much, Frank, for being with us today.
Toronto Firefighters, Toronto Fire Chief Peg, extreme guests, fellow firefighters, citizens of Toronto, the Iranian community. Great love has no one than this, that he laid down his life for his friends. Those words were spoken over 2,000 years ago and to this day have great meaning for our chosen profession. These words help frame why we are gathered here today, that is to honor the heroes who have lost their lives protecting their fellow man in Tehran. As Tafe Atish Nashana Toronto Bihama Tasli Amegam. On behalf of firefighters of Toronto, we share our deepest condolences. We are here to honor these heroes fighting the massive blaze at the Plasco building in the center of Tehran. We are here to pay tribute to their memory by remembering their courage and sense of duty. We are also here to assist in the healing process for those grieving, standing here amongst us today and around the world. There are few professions that carry the legacy of firefighting, a legacy built on the brave and heroic acts by few that mean so much to so many. These acts are not random acts of chance. These acts are deliberate and are built on the desire to bring help and compassion to those in their time of greatest need. There is an inherent and inbred sense of helping others that is the makeup and personality of a firefighter. A firefighter would attempt to move heaven and earth to prevent disaster or save a life, regardless of what department they work for. Hameh Atish Neshana Abaham Banaha An. All firefighters share a brotherhood of courage, compassion, and service. For these reasons, it's hard to think of a more selfless profession than firefighting. There's a reason why firefighting occupies a special place in our imaginations, why children say, I want to be a firefighter. They understand instinctively that there's something special about it. Imagine what it takes to put on a heavy coat and helmet and override the natural human instinct for self-preservation and run into dangers as others are running out. To literally walk through fire knowing you might never make it out because you're trying to save people that are strangers. And yet, the fallen that we honor today would probably have said they were just ordinary people who were doing what they believed in. There is a humanity that seems to be part of being a firefighter. I am my brother's keeper, that we look out for one another, and there's something bigger than each of us individually that we have to be true to. We gather to honor the brave firefighters who gave their lives in service to us all. Our prayers are with their families, friends, and the Iranian community. Today we remember them and salute them as heroes that they were. We also pray for the injured that they make full recoveries. We know that words alone cannot ease the pain of their family and friends' loss. Perhaps it helps a little bit to know that we stand with Tehran heroes even half a world away. We admire them, we cherish the work they do. We hold you in our hearts today and always. We offer you our deepest condolences and our prayers and our eternal gratitude. Thank you for allowing me the privilege to share these words with you today. I'm truly honored to stand here with you as a fellow Toronto firefighter as we pay tribute to respect to the Tehran heroes. Thank you. Fire Chief Peck.
Thank you and good morning. My name is Matthew Pegg, and it is my deepest honor and privilege to serve as the fire chief in the city of Toronto. And it is in that capacity that I join with you this morning and with many of our colleagues as we stand here to remember and to reflect upon the tragic loss of firefighters' lives in Tehran. One thing that makes the fire service a truly special thing and a special place is that it knows no borders and it knows no separation. Firefighters are one and the same, and on behalf of all of us at Toronto Fire Services, on behalf of all of my colleagues, on behalf of President Ramaniano, I extend my deepest sympathies and condolences to all of those who are suffering as a result of this tragic loss. The firefighters that fought that terrible fire did so in service to others, and it is that memory that I stand today with you and we remember. On behalf of all of us, to all of the families that are suffering and have suffered loss, our deepest and most sincere condolences on behalf of Toronto Fire Services. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Fire Chief Matt Beck. Thank you very much, President Ramaniano and Toronto Professional Fire Association, Local 3888. We greatly appreciate your solidarity and support and your time. And also thank you for all colleagues who given your time on this Sunday in such cold weather, despite all your duties, to come here and support this event, but also in solidarity with all fallen firefighters as a result of the Plasco building disaster. An injury to one is an injury to all. And we appreciate the fact that we stand in solidarity with each other in such awful time that we are facing. We understand that you also have to be leaving soon, so we are fine if you have to leave, because we understand the time that you've given to this event. We greatly appreciate your effort. We're also going to keep you posted about the future development. There's lots of action going on in terms of making sure that all the families of the firefighters who've been affected or who killed as a result of the fire to be supported, and hopefully they get the proper justice and compensation that they all deserve. Thank you again for being with us, and solidarity forever. Again, an injury to one is an injury to all.
Thank you. Firefighters, to the front, salute! Attention! Firefighters will move to the right, turn!
Color card, Gary, color.
Behind the right, green,
Forward.
دوستان خسته نباشید، ما هنوز چند دقیقه ادامه داریم. خسته نباشید، تشکر از همگی. دوستان فرید قطعنامه برنامه رو میخونه و برنامه رو به پایان میدیم. لطفاً جمع شید تا قطعنامه رو به انگلیسی فرید میخونه و تمام میکنه. مرسی.
Dear friends, we have gathered here in honor of the fallen Tehran firefighters. On January 19, the Plasco building in downtown Tehran collapsed after a blaze. Iranian news agencies have reported that a number of firefighters were trapped under the debris and that many of them were feared to have been killed. The official Islamic Republic news agency has reported 50 deaths, including firefighters and those who were working in the building, but city officials have not confirmed the number of dead thus far. The cause of the fire is yet to be clearly determined, but it is very clear that a lack of firefighting equipment and a lack of attention to the building safety codes played significant roles in this tragedy. There are many buildings like Plasco not only in Tehran but also other cities across the country. These buildings are potential risks for further tragedies such as earthquakes, which are warned for many years now in Tehran. The question is, how many more times will these kind of catastrophic incidents occur? How many more times will firefighters and working people become victims of these types of avoidable situations? We believe the Iranian government is directly responsible for this tragedy. That's why we not only honor all those who killed as a result of the collapse of the Plasco building, we also condemn the regime and protest against the government authorities' lack of respect for the safety of firefighters and the most basic safety standards across the country. We are outraged about the gross neglect toward building safety code and health and safety of firefighters and the firefighting equipment in Iran. The collapse of the Plasco building and the firefighter fatalities associated with that was absolutely preventable. Years of government cut back to public services and disregarded the most basic international standards for fire safety and building safety standards, and the repression and the denial of the basic rights of firefighters and other workers in Iran all have contributed to this tragedy. We are therefore calling for the following demands: an independent and public investigation in collaboration with international labor and fire safety watchdogs to be mounted into the cause of the fire and the collapse of the Plasco building. All those responsible for this tragedy must be held accountable and prosecuted accordingly. In particular and immediately, Tehran Mayor Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf and the Islamic City Council of Tehran and heads of Mustazafan Foundation, who own the Plasco building, must be investigated and prosecuted publicly for the gross negligence toward implementing and enforcing the most basic standard of safety for residents and workers. The role of the other government authorities in this tragedy must be fully investigated, exposed, and denunciated. The government of the Islamic Republic of Iran is fully responsible for compensation to the families of those who have paid with their lives and or have suffered physically, emotionally, and financially. Firefighters and all workers in different industries across Iran and in public and private sectors must have the right to organize freely and without government intervention and interferences and intimidation by the security forces. Without the presence of independent labor organizations, firefighters and other workers at great risk of being exposed to similar situations in future. We condemn the Islamic Republic of Iran for years of austerity agenda and anti-worker repressive measures against labor activists and organizations, while at the same time creating the most ideal condition for rampant corruptions across all levels of government, which have contributed to great undermining of public services, including firefighting equipment and proper support to firefighters in Iran. Finally, once again, we express our deepest sympathy to the families who lost their loved ones and were involved in this tragic incident. We stand in solidarity with them and with the firefighters in Iran and across the world. We continue to campaign in support of firefighters and other workers in Iran and demand justice for all. Firefighters and other working people across the world, including today's show of support by Toronto Firefighters Association and the firefighters crew, shows that worker solidarity knows no border. An injury to one is an injury to all. Thank you so much for being with us today. It's about to finish, but we had 3 or 4 speakers in the first round. We also have like a few of a slogan and chanted that we want to also chant about, but also I just want to check if there was any other speaker that we missed from any of the organization who didn't speak. No other speaker. Okay, so again, thank you so much for being with us today. We'll continue with this fight. We're going to have to launch a continued campaign, not only support the firefighters, but also other workers, and also jail workers and jail prisoners, political prisoners in Iran. This campaign will continue. خیلی متشکرم. خسته نباشید. زحمت کشیدین. هوای سر وقت گذاشتید اومدید. همچنین بازم از اتحادیه آتش نشان‌های تورنتو و کلا حمایتی که کردن از این حرکت و در حرکت شرکت کردن و همبستگیشون رو با آتش نشان‌های تهران اعلام کردن. از اونها بازم تشکر می‌کنیم و همچنین از تمام دوستانی که این هوای سرد امروز در این حرکت شرکت کردن. خیلی متشکرم و بازم ازتون تشکر می‌کنم. خسته نباشید. خداحافظ شما.
دوستان خسته نباشید. لطفاً اونایی که مهمان نیستن بیان کمک کنن.